actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Imposter, set in Dubai. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Apocalypse 27. So moving on to our briefing, kill the other two assassins, the two bad guys, and then the guy who's helping the bad guys. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. No stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so, but we do not want to be recorded by any cameras as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to be bringing with us a remote magnetic gas grenade in a briefcase, a lethal syringe, and our silent pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to make our way directly to the penthouse entrance, which is up to the right of the atrium here, and we will encounter our first of 2 targets, and that will be the vulture assassin. There he is, and once he finishes having his little dispute with the receptionist, he will head over to this garden area where we are already in waiting with a coin in hand from the bench. So we're just going to select our coins whilst we also take our gas grenade from the briefcase, return it to the briefcase, and about now the vulture should be finishing his conversation. And what we're going to do is, when he passes on the other side of this cubicle, we're going to throw a coin roughly where that speaker on the wall is. That will get the vulture's attention. We're going to select our lethal syringe, and when the vulture comes round to investigate, we can then sneak up behind him, jab him with our needle, that he will then go down like a tree, and we can grab the lethal poison that he drops. So from here on out, we're going to select our gas grenade detonator, make our way down towards the toilets here, and in a nice empty little area, and our next target should be just making his way over, and there he is, the reporter. So he's going to head over this way and start interrogating people. We are going to intercept him before he gets too close to anyone and hit him with our emetic poison. He will get sick, and as we are right outside a bathroom, he will make his way into said bathroom to purge himself of his most likely quite substantial lunch. So once he arrives and heads into the cubicle, I'm just going to drop my briefcase as we don't need that anymore. Follow him in, reintroduce him to the myriad of hors d'oeuvres that he has probably consumed, and we can then move on to our next target. So we're going to head out of the bathroom area and around towards the staff only area above the atrium lifts. So there is a keycard only entry door here, or a keypad entry only door. So we're going to add in the code 4706, and that will gain us access to the staff only area. And just by this hoover here, we will find a hammer. We're going to pick up the hammer, turn on the hoover. That's going to distract the young maintenance lady, and when she comes around to investigate, we can render her unconscious and move her out of our way. So here she comes now. She's not going to be around long as we've turned off the Hoover. So we need to act quickly and drop her with the hammer, retrieve the hammer, get her into the closet, and we will now rinse and repeat the exact same procedure for the staff member. So Hoover on. This time we're going to leave it running, and we're going to retake up our position behind the crates here, and when the staff member comes around we can then eliminate him at our leisure. There we go. We might collect up that hammer again. Actually, that's quite a useful item. We're going to deposit him with his friend in the closet provided. We're going to take his outfit and then make our way around to the kitchens. Now be aware the chef is an enforcer and we do need to get very close to him. And while he has his back turned, we're going to grab the propane cylinder, use the crates here for cover, and then when he has his back turned again, we can make our way up and out into the atrium area, being aware there is another enforcer there. It's best to wait for him to be outside of that little storeroom. We're going to make our way up to the penthouse, stopping off along the way at the black and gold bar, and we're going to add our lethal poison to the glass of wine on the bar before continuing on all the way up to the penthouse level via the exhibition maintenance area or the tech area. We're going to grab the crowbar so that we can get into the penthouse. We're going to wait for the guard to move into this more favorable position before we hop over the balcony, render him unconscious. We're going to hide his body in the maintenance room or the storage room. Maintenance is next door. And then we're going to take his outfit, as that will enable us to access the upper floors much more easily. So we're just going to collect up our propane cylinders. We're not done with that just yet. We're going to make our way into the maintenance corridor, and we're going to render the maintenance worker here unconscious. Unfortunately, he's just moved out of a favorable position, so we're just going to throw our propane cylinder on the floor here. That should get his attention, and he is now isolated, alone and vulnerable. So he's going to drop a key card that we need. We're going to grab that key card before depositing our friend here in the closet, retrieve our propane cylinder once again, and then we're going to make our way into the server room. And in here we're going to use our key card on the pedestal, and that will gain us access to the computer terminals. We're looking for the one written in yellow. That's this one here. We're going to pull out the hard drive. That will then access the terminal. While we're here, we're going to disable the cameras, and then we're going to rearrange the meeting between Stuyvesant and Ingram, and then they're going to start heading their way up to the penthouse, Ingram already being there, and we are going to join them. So we're going to bust our way in through the employees entrance and up the stairs. We're going to follow the corridor all the way to the very end and into the large living room area. There is an enforcer patrolling in this area, so we're just going to wait for the sheep to drop down dead, and then we're going to place our propane cylinder just between the two sofas there, and then we're going to hide ourselves behind the big screen TV. And all we have to do now is await the arrival of our final two targets, and when Mr. Stuyvesant finally arrives, the guards will be dismissed. Our two primary targets will sit down on the two sofas, luckily enough right next to each other, and right either side of the propane cylinder we've already placed. So once everybody is safe and comfortable and everybody has their backs turned, we're going to put 2 bullets in the propane cylinder, and then we're going to head for the air conditioning room and the exit below. So that's going to cause quite a lot of panic. Enforcers are inbound, so we're going to head straight through the ventilation room, down the escape ladder, and then down the drain pipe. You can take the helicopter if you so wish, but taking the parachute exit is somewhat quicker. So once we've thrown ourselves off of a perfectly good building, that will be one more trending contract taken care of. And we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we've met our objective, and that will gain us our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.